Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here. Today we are going to unbox our DJI Mavic Mini drone, and we're going to compare it side by side with the DJI Mini 2 drone. That's the upgraded, more modern version of this Mavic Mini. They are both ultralight drones. They're in the ultralight category, which means they weigh less than 0.55 pounds, so they have to be, it's about half a pound, or they're less than 250 grams. These are specifically made to be in this category because I believe they are both at 249 grams. Now, even though the Mini 2 is replacing the Mavic Mini, you can still find Mavic Minis for sale. Not just for sale, but on sale. Anytime a new model comes out, the older models, they go on sale. The price goes down on them. The base model price for a Mini 2 is $449. We bought ours in the Fly More combo for $599. It comes with a bunch of extra stuff. I'll make a video specifically about the Fly More combo when I get a chance. And this Mavic Mini, we paid $399. But that was with a combo from Adorama. It was one of those combos that dealers kind of slapped together themselves. I believe the original base price for the Mavic Mini was $399. So for $399, we got the combo at Adorama, which came with a 64 gigabyte micro SD card. You need that for filming. An Adorama branded microfiber cloth for cleaning off your camera lens. That's a good camera lens cleaner. And a carrying case. And the carrying case is essentially just a camera bag that fits this, pretty well. And of course it comes with, the other things, the blades, the controller, the drone. And really quick, why I said it's just a camera bag, because when you get the Fly More combo, it comes with a specially designed DJI branded carrying bag. But really, does it make a difference if you have the words DJI on this case that's specially made for your drone? Or if you just have a camera bag, it's a padded bag that's properly sized. So, they're both good. Let's talk about the differences in performance between these two drones. The Mini 2 is faster. It can go 16 meters a second versus 13 meters a second for the original. It has level 5 wind resistance versus level 4 for the original Mini. And I believe that's simply because of the upgraded software as well as the more powerful battery and more powerful motors. The Mini 2 has a longer range. It has a 10-kilometer transmission range versus 4 kilometers with the original Mini. The original Mini transmits via Wi-Fi, and the Mini 2 uses this DJI OcuSync 2.0. It's a stronger signal. It's the same signal that the bigger drones use. They're hyping it up that it's great. Obviously, if your range is 10 kilometers compared to 4, yeah, it must be great. But you're supposed to remain in eye contact, be able to see this thing. Remain in eye contact with your drone. This thing's so small, you're not going to see it 4 kilometers away, let alone 10. The Mini 2 has more quick shot options. Assignments that you can assign the drone, pre-programmed moves that the drone has. It has Droney. I don't know what that means. I have to look it up. If you go online, they'll show you what the different patterns are that these mean. There's a circle. We know what a circle is. There's the helix. There's the rocket. And then there's a boomerang. That's new. The Mavic Mini has all of those except the boomerang. But here's a couple things that the Mini 2 has that the Mavic Mini does not have. It has a quick transfer for downloading your video and your data. It has some photo editing in it. I don't do any of that, at least not on the drone. And it has a panorama 180-degree wide angle option. You don't have that on the original Mavic Mini. And since we're talking about the camera now, and really the camera is why I bought this. Flying drones is fun. I had RC helicopters, you guys know that. But I bought this just to film. To me, this is an aerial filming vantage point. I can't rent a helicopter every time I need to fly over something and film it, right? So we got a drone. A couple drones now. So the Mini 2 films 30 frames a second in 4K, whereas the original Mini, it was only 2.7K at 30 frames a second. Also, a very cool upgrade, there's a zoom on the Mini 2. The Mavic Mini didn't have a zoom. Some drones will have a zoom, some don't. So don't automatically assume the drone that you're buying has a zoom. You need to look in the specs. All drones don't have zooms. Granted, it's only a 4x zoom on this Mini 2, but it's still better than no zoom at all. And then on the Mini 2, photos, you can do both JPEG or RAW, and the RAW files, are usually really big, whereas the Mavic Mini, you just had JPEG. And I don't do photos anymore, just, it's the age of video. We've talked about that. Now, there's a bunch of little odds and end features that Mavic Mini does not have that the Mini 2 has. It's an upgrade. You're going to have more features in an upgrade. But there is one, actually there's a couple, but there's one very important feature they both have, and that's the return home function. If you remember from one of my other videos, we already had to use the return home function on the Mini 2 because we got out to where we were a couple hundred yards away and it says, hey, low battery. And then, you push the button and it slowly comes home. It slowly comes home because it's conserving energy enough to get home. You have the option to try to fly it home faster, but you might run out of energy. You might run out of battery. They both have the one-tap quick shots. And like I said, there's a bunch of functions that I'm not sure if the original has compared to the Mini 2. And we'll have to just work these out and, see what happens when we're flying it. We haven't had a chance to fly this Mavic Mini yet. So you're going to ask, well, wait, if I already had a Mini 2, why would I buy the Mavic Mini, the original, which we already said is not as good, doesn't have all the options, doesn't have all the features, doesn't take as good video, the photos might be the same, but it doesn't take as good video. And didn't you say you just bought this to take video? Well, yeah. The difference is $449 base model for the Mini 2 and $399 or less for the Mavic Mini. And most people aren't going to need anything more than the Mavic Mini. So if they're still out there, find a bargain with one and scoop it up. They are very stable and really quick. You need a good quality smartphone to run these things. These ultralights, at least at this point right now, you cannot buy that smart controller that can run the bigger drones. You have to have a phone. And also, when I get a chance, my next video on this topic and on the series of DJI Mini videos will be the DJI Mini 2 Fly More combo and whether it's worth it or not. Alright, so what do you think? Leave your comments in the comments section. Hey, as always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister 22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.